going to look at how different sides of the leaves contribute to transpiration. In other words, we want to focus on which side of the leaf has the greatest number of stomata. And so we're going to compare the top of the leaf versus the bottom of the leaf. So what I'm going to start out here with 4 leaves. So the leaves are relatively the same size. We have 4 clothespins. We already label A, B, C, D. There's some Vaseline, a clothes hanger, and our gram scale. So on one of the leaf, I will have no Vaseline. So I'm going to take the mass of that leaf, and then I'm going to record that mass. So that's my leaf A. Just put it on that clothespin so we don't make any mistakes. Then you go to your second leaf, you're going to put Vaseline on the top of the leaf, okay? So put some Vaseline on top of the leaf. Spread the Vaseline evenly across the top of the leaf. Alright, spread that nice and evenly. And then you're going to take the mass of that leaf. This is our second leaf. Let's call it leaf B. Put it aside for a second. They go to your third leaf. You're going to put Vaseline on the bottom of the leaf this time. Again, use the same amount or relatively same amount of Vaseline on either side when you're applying your Vaseline. Okay? So now we're going to call this leaf C. And so we're going to check the mass of that leaf right there. So that's our leaf C. And we're going to put this on our clothespin C. So this is now our leaf C. And then go to our last leaf. The last leaf will have Vaseline on both sides. So you're going to fully cover this leaf with Vaseline, okay? Fully cover the leaf with Vaseline. Both sides. And then you're going to take the mass of that leaf as well. Then take the mass of that leaf. Once you're finished with that, now you're going to put all the leaves on a clothes hanger. And then you're going to hang your hanger or hang your leaves in a safe place. So now you're going to leave the leaf hanging safely in the lab for 24 hours. Or you could check it probably after every 4 hours, every 8 hours, depending on what you want to look for. Alright, so you can do it in terms of days or you can do it in terms of hours. So after 24 hours, you want to come back in the lab and you want to check the mass of the leaves after 24 hours. Considerations for accuracy include 1. Use the same type of leaves, and it's also important to use leaves of the same maturity. Use leaves from the same tree. The reason for this, because even if it is the same type of leaves, different trees may have different transpiration rate, and also different trees of the same type may not be at the same health condition at that time. Also important to use leaves that are relatively the same size. Use the same amount of Vaseline. Also want to keep the leaves in the same area so that you will expose all the leaves to the same environmental conditions. For your results, you want to note the original mass of the leaves, the final mass of the leaves, the change in mass of the leaves, and also calculate the percentage change in mass. Also important is for you to note what leaf that you're treating, and so you can talk about the leaves with no Vaseline, the leaves that is covered on the top, the leaf that has Vaseline on the bottom, and the leaf that is covered on both sides. Once you finish with the result, you can now do your calculations or show your calculations. And so the formula to calculate percentage change is given as the change over the original multiplied by 100%. An example here is calculating this 28%. And how did we get our 28% is 0.8, which is the change, over 2.9, which is the original, multiplied by 100, we get 27.58 or 28%. Now, once you do your calculations, you can now represent your graph by showing the decrease in mass of the leaves. And here we have our leaves in color code from our leaf A to our leaf D. But you should also have a key to tell you what leaf is leaf A, B, C, or D in terms of how you applied the Vaseline. And now some questions for discussion. We can discuss what is the purpose of the Vaseline, which leaf lost the most water and why, which leaf lost the least water and why, which side of the leaf has the most stomata. We can also discuss how is the number of stomata relates to transpiration or the rate of transpiration. At this time, I want to tell you that I truly appreciate you watching these lessons, and also I hope you enjoy this experiment. And I want to point out that sometimes we have to lose to gain. So keep safe, keep positive until we meet again.